Not only did you become a drama goblin, you became a two-faced bitch. Saint became a two-faced bitch. Welcome to a drama so doxed. Even Fox Soul subscribed. In today's video, man, it is with a heavy heart, with a golden heart, that I report that Gacha Smack has finally had to come full swing to respond to Saintontas. Now, I have made previous videos on Smack's takes vis-a-vis Saintontas while things were more tame, right? A lot of people called me out for they thought like it was clickbait or something. It wasn't. Like it was Smack's response to one of his mods towards the whole Saintontas situation. Saintontas calling out Smack for associating with Loki, who Loki happened to have a problem with Saintontas for quite some time now. I dare say Loki is probably one of the biggest Saintontas hate channels in YouTube, and that was that. Like, I feel like Smack's response was very appropriate. He since then retracted the Loki unmodding. Right, for context, for those that don't know, basically Saintontas said Loki shouldn't be your mod because he's trying to dox me and everything, which turned out to be not the case. Smack, just to shut this down completely, told Loki, you know what, let's just unmod you so that way this stops happening. Unfortunately, Saintontas did not respond well to that particular action, which means I do not have to take your shit. So guess what happened? Well, to no one's surprise, Smack remodded Loki, said, okay, Saints, you didn't like that, well, you can kiss my ass, as every a self-respecting person would do at that particular point, because it reveals something that Saintontas is actively trying to do now, which is create drama from nothing. He found a little something to drag Smack into drama, someone that is actively trying to dodge it, like Neo from the Matrix, to drag him into things. Why? Because everybody, and I do mean everybody, has participated in this to a good shape or form, except for Smack. And let's just say people that are somewhat in the surrounding area there, people like Sticks, people like Fob, Braxophone, etc. And here's the thing, those very people have stances when it comes to this situation. They're just not saying it publicly. And that stance is, yeah, we don't like Saint. We do not appreciate the type of behavior Saint is exhibiting, to be more specific. Now, a little bit of a situation that I have to address. Now, I am known as the #1 Saintontas defender. No one has defended Saint more than me and Tectone. I should add Tectone there. But when it comes to like the more present folk, when it comes to this particular situation, considering I'm present in this most of the time, I'm the #1 defender, right? The most #1 active defender. Let's call me the #1 active defender, right? Now, as the #1 active defender, Mr. Heart of Gold, Mr. Neutral, unfortunately, I have failed to realize something. Now, back in the day, my version of events on how Saintontas goes about things, and this is something he admits himself, I see bad take, I call bad take out. Why are you so frustrated over me criticizing your take about a video game that sells anime girls? You know what? Considering the nature of the internet, that's fine. The moment you make a take, you make something you say something controversial, people are open to critique you. Shit, you could even say the most safe thing, and people are open to critique you. This is the nature of the internet. Now, when it comes to that, that's fine. Now, what I had not realized which people could consider like a Charmeleon. Let's consider that a Charmeleon. Now, Charmeleon has since evolved into Charizard, and did not know that. The reason why I did not know that, if you look at the history of my channel, I wasn't necessarily around. I was a little too busy being homeless and dealing with real life situations that are incredibly hard at the time, right? And I did not know since that has since evolved into critiquing bad takes to coming after people for literally just farming clout points. I did not know that. I could only confirm that today by seeing what he did with Smack, because Smack is literally just sitting there minding his own business, trying to avoid drama by unmodding dogs, by unmodding his Loki, all that. I'm literally trying to dodge it like Neo from the Matrix, but you're still pushing this narrative to drag Smack into it, which tells me one thing. Saint has become something he called me out on in the past when I had an issue with Saint. Due to a misunderstanding. We didn't have much of an issue. It was a misunderstanding. And that thing was, he called me to be a drama goblin. I guess it takes one to know one, because literally Saint is participating in the same behavior he called me out on. Saint became what he once dreaded. He became a drama goblin.
They got a podcast going on right now. Okay, yeah, I already know this shit. I already know this shit is gonna be a disaster. You got the.
By the way, I look handsome here. We all look at this shiny guy over here. Look at the heart of gold shining through that smile, man. Look at that. That boy look good over here, man. That boy look good.
Two podcast assassins over here. Jenna already looks like he's about to go re-roll. Okay, yeah, no, this is. And then you got Mr. Pokey.
Something that's funny actually with Mr. Pokey. I want you to recognize something in this podcast chat. Haven't you noticed something? Have you noticed something? A lot of the people here have beef with each other. Some even still going on, like me and Pokey. Have you noticed that, chat? So there's me and Pokey. We have technically beef between each other, but nothing serious enough where we can be professionals and have manners inside someone else's house. Ryuku and Cap had insane drama. They had insane drama that even Saint capitalized on. But you literally had 4 people here that at some point were beefing. You literally have 4, and yet Saint was the only one who everybody knows could not hold his mannerism in a situation like this. I mean, shit, look, me and Pokey farmed the fuck out of each other. Me and Pokey farmed the fuck out of each other, man. And yet, here we are. Literally, here we are, man. And that shit, we didn't even apologize or anything to one another. We still hold the same ground. To him, I'm probably a tauntasser or whatever. To me, he's this stereotypical streamer that I just don't have much respect for. You know what I'm saying? Even with the beef, it has more of a disagreement. Saint's beef with everyone is not fixable anymore. It is fixable. It's just that Saint's ego and the audience he capitalizes on will not accept an apology, because when you have a community of wolves and you show weakness, the wolves will circle you. They will make you the joke. You will literally just switch. Because here's the thing. You are giving up power to another side of the community that already doesn't respect you or like you as much. You have to redeem yourself towards them. So as you do that, guess what happens? The ones that are already accepting you, that are, let's just say, benefiting off you losing your path. Because I do feel like Saint isn't this by default. I think this is a character he plays that has now started to eat away at even the good Saint. There's bad Saint, Saint the persona, and Saint the man. I feel like Saint the persona is eating away at Saint the man. And this is very sad to see, by the way. It takes one to know one, because I feel for Saint, because I've been in Saint's shoes at some point. I've been a bit of a drama goblin too. And people had to call me out for that, for me to wake up to that realization. I wasn't even aware I was doing that shit. I was called a shit disturber, a drama goblin. At some point, I was even called a snake or something. I was like, God damn, what the fuck am I even doing to deserve this type of stuff? I thought at first it was some internet crap. When it comes to the rat and snake, it turned out to be the case. But when it comes to being a shit disturber and drama goblin, I kind of was. I feel like I got a lot better. After taking that criticism and looking within and looking at myself, I was like, you know what? They kind of have a point there. It's time I do better. I gotta do better. And I just invite Saint to do the same. Just do the exact same shit I did. You'll be fine. I'm fine with everybody. I'm literally fine with everybody. You are the one guy in a roast battle going, oh, at anyone says. I am a bit like that. Yeah, I do go, ooh, what'd he say? What'd he say? I feel like you have to make fun of this type of situations, because ultimately it doesn't really matter unless you blow it out of proportion, which is unfortunately what Saint is doing.
Oh, God. Oh, fucking God. Yeah, no, okay. I already know this shit is a fucking disaster. I already know this shit is a fucking disaster. Holy fuck. Yeah, no.
I wonder why.
Get me the fuck out of there, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, get me the fuck out, bro. You got Ryuku, Mr. Pokey, and Jetized on the same podcast? What a fucking disaster.
Get me the fuck out. No one invited you. I heard Smack said that, and you know what Saint will say to that? He will just go, I don't even want your goddamn invite if it's some shit like that. It's that childish shit, Saizon. It's so childish, bro. It's so bad. It's so low. We are literally lowering ourselves to levels. We have no... I could feel Smack telling himself that, man, goddamn, I have to lower myself to this shit. I should be building my own goddamn house, man. I'm over here doing this internet immature crap.
That's a fucking disaster. Oh, my lord. Hey. As far as I'm concerned, they better be glazing it. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, they better be glazing the shit out of it.
I think a lot of people said the patch looks good, which I think universally we all agree. Chat, yo, chat, type 1 if you think that the patch 3.3 is good. Type 2 if you think is it's bad. Like there's nothing to be excited about. It's just that people had a problem with the rewards overall, and that's I feel like what the problem is.
Look, they removed all the stuff that was super predatory. Look, guys.
Wait, someone mentioned me in chat. Hold on. Only ones I like there are Amethyst and V. Even Saint's own chat. That's Saint's chat. Me and Amethyst. I dare argue me and Amethyst look almost the same too. I'm just like the drama version of Amethyst, and Amethyst is the non-drama version of me. That's it. There it is right there, man. But yeah, basically everybody like have a good stance when it comes to the anniversary as in the patch. It's just that people are very, very disappointed by the anniversary, which I will make a separate video on its own, further expanding on why people are disappointed, etc. I'm literally working on a script. I'm looking at everybody's thoughts and opinions on this. I'm going to tackle the why and should you actually be mad?
Look, guys, they removed all the stuff that's super predatory. No more anniversary banners. Look, guys, they listened. Guys, they listened. Jenna got what he wanted, right? Hey, they all got what they wanted, bro. Hey, none of them, none of them should be upset. Smack was one of the people that bitched about the number of anniversary banners. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bitched about those too.
Did he? Because when Smack said that, he said that he didn't, and he showed the receipts that he didn't. Smack proved Saint's a retard. Chatter. Smack was one of the people that bitched about one of the anniversary banners, Saint. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bitched about those too. Frame 1 reaction to last year anniversary reveals. Lord Farquaad, we gotta stop tweaking over nothing. See, here's the thing, man. This sums up pretty much everything. This sums up everything, but apparently we need to create a space where we're gonna have beef with people that want no beef at all, just so that we can capitalize on, let's just say, their situations and all that to further perpetuate the drama sentiment and far more drama and far more, let's just say, content off that, because you know how it be in gacha, especially when there's only one gacha. Here's the thing, man. You know what's sad? Saint doesn't have to do this because Ananta's right around the corner. There's gonna be more content to farm. This is literally unnecessary. It feels completely unnecessary. Yo, what up, catalog? Here's also Saint reacting to that post poorly. All right, so this is Smack's reaction to it. Smack's pog faces are crazy.
Brother, this is how you do it correctly, chat. This is how you do it correctly, though. Now you have 10 options of all the characters to choose from. Right? They're not fucking peanut butter jelly matching them. They're just saying, oh, here's all the other 10 characters. You want them? Choose one. It's there for you to choose.
Oh, so it's the complete opposite of what Saint said. This is the complete opposite of what Saint said. Smack literally just said this is good. And he's right. You do not have to pull for every single one of them. And if you do want to pull for every single one of them, a wise man once said, if you want to pull for every single character, you're greedy and stupid. Oh, man. That's kind of where the inception of greedy and stupid came from, if I remember. It was around the SSR multi-banner patch. It was in that one, and it was done in a way where you felt pressured to pull for a lot of the units they're rerolling. They're rerunning. A Saintontas channel was built off Smack and Tectone and Hoyo hating. Not completely. Saint's explosion to fame and like what really propulsed Saintontas to where he is now is putting down others as he climbs on top of them. This is a very known strategy that works online. If you want to garner a certain degree of relevance, just put down others and climb off them. Remember that guy that exposed Mr. Beast? Quote unquote, Dog Pack or something? No one would give a fuck about Dog Pack if it wasn't for exposing Mr. Beast. That motherfucker literally made a whole career by exposing Mr. Beast's practices and what happens behind the scenes. You can literally garner a career off that. And that's what Saint really made him propulse. Because here's the thing, I think Saint was doing fine. He was doing his wuwa thing. He was minding his own business. Then the whole Kurobot thing started. And Saint had a taste of the juice, the nectar that is drama, relevancy, and all that shit, that game. And it had begun. He started battling. He saw that he's winning the battles, and he's profiteering off those battles. And he is literally being rewarded for something he's really good at the time. But now things have changed. Here's the thing, Chad. Here's, I think, what is happening and why Saintontas and people can no longer tolerate Saintontas. They don't necessarily don't tolerate Saintontas. There's just something in this space called drama fatigue. Chad, type 1 if you have drama fatigue. Type 2 if you're like, oh, hell no. Or type 3 if you're like, from time to time, spice it up. You know, just spice it up. I don't wanna deal with all that shit. Just spice it up, man, from time to time. 3 then, 3. Yeah, I'm seeing more 3s now. Yeah, there it is. People are just too tired of just one thing and one thing only. Whether it's tribalism, all that. People are tired of that shit. We have more problems IRL. People can't afford groceries no more. People are having hard times getting jobs. People are getting replaced by AI. There's so much going on. People can't even get a girlfriend. Like shit. I have so much going on, man. Life is getting tricky. This is an escape from reality. This is what the space is. Like, and plus people are more lonely than ever before. People just want to connect with people that share the same passion and hobbies as themselves. That's literally what it is. This is so strange to me. I like Saint when he points out something bad. Me too. That's I feel like we all like Saint for that. And the way he goes about it, he's well spoken. I like that shit. That's why I fucks with Saint's content. But the reality is, Saint has evolved into something I have a hard time recognizing, and I could only recognize today after I could see that he is willing to drag others into drama that have no business wanting to get into drama for the sake of let me create a space so that this space, because I thrive in it. When there's drama, I thrive off drama. It means more numbers, better metrics for me. And here's another thing. He can now keep dragging Smack as well. As soon as Smack does something, now he can farm Smack for his takes, etc. I'm pretty sure this is just a game theory, but I could recognize it in Saint's face. I could see the drama goblin making an appearance. Is when I could confirm Saint was a drama goblin. You guys remember when Smack was getting a lot of hate? He had people unsubscribing and everything where he laughed in the story. You guys remember that shit? When he laughed. People hated Smack for that. The wuwa community was up in arms against Smack. I tried to stand up for the guy. They ate me alive. A lot of people came to Saint for that. I could sense. Saint really wanted to farm the fuck out of that, but he decided not to for the sake of maintaining, a good relationship with Smack at the time. But now, I guess that's no longer the case. I guess now our gloves off, and so now if Smack fucks up, I can farm Smack too. A game theory. This is Saint's response to what Smack just said. Relax, grift to Smack, go play Enfield 1.2 for one sponsored stream, and then never play it again until 1.3. Saint likes to point the picture that Smack is doing this for the bag. Smack has openly stated multiple times he's in the gacha space for the bag. He's over here making money. This is the reason why that motherfucker's building a whole house. This is why. This is why that bitch is out there picking up placards and shit. The kitchen counter and shit. That's why he does that. Besides that, Smack has been vocal. He thinks gacha games shouldn't even be played because the business practices of them are very toxic. These are not games. These are games that are made for them to capitalize on you as much as possible, to take advantage of your weaknesses. They're very predatory. They're very dangerous for the uninitiated. This isn't much of a cook as you think it is. All right? And here's the thing, Saints. This is so unnecessary. You don't need this, man. You do not need this at all. You're doing fine. You are literally lowering yourself into things you have no business lowering yourself to. You're fine. Like, you're doing just fine. Just keep at what you're doing. We have a lot of content for wuwa now. Let's talk about that shit. There's wuwa anniversary. Talk about the critiques. This even my ass. The #1 drama channel up in this bitch in terms of people just doing drama. Like I just do more drama than actual content about video games. And I'm like really hyped up in talking about the people's takes and sentiment towards this and how we should look at it and how to best navigate the situation from a emotional standpoint vis-a-vis Wuthering Waves anniversary and Kuro Games practices towards us, the consumers. Like, I want to say so much about that stuff. I like that stuff. Like, there's so much to talk about. Why are you dragging someone that doesn't want none of this? Like, just out of respect. Like, respect people's boundaries. Like, this is just not respecting people's boundaries, man, and it's so wrong. Especially someone like Smack. Like, someone is like, Smack is just very cordial, man. Like, he's just chill. I first saw Saint's post and thought he was rage baiting. Here's the thing. I think there is a degree of rage baiting and trolling when it comes to Saint's behavior. I do. I think we can all see it. It's just that it's done in such poor taste that it has now garnered a reaction so badly that we're kind of past that point of just scoffing it off as ha ha he he. Like, now people are gonna have to stand on business because you keep doing this again and again where people are trying to just silence everything. I unmodded the guy. You got your way. Enough. When you give someone an inch and they try to take a mile, here's the thing, man. You're going to have to shut that down. Because at that point, if I don't, I'm enabling you. It's something I learned the hard way. You can tolerate. Here's the thing. A lot of people come at me for tolerating Saint because I happen to be someone that can tolerate a lot. Like, I have good levels of tolerance. But at some point, even that's a double-edged sword. While I can, let's just say, tolerate someone and hang out around them for more than others can, the reality is I have to be careful because if I'm not, I become an enabler to toxic behavior. You gotta be careful. And this is what's happening. You gotta pamper the little homies. It's just one of those moments when you reap what you sow, bro. Unironically made an enemy out of one of the few people that tolerated him. Here's the thing. I think Smack even said so. He said, I always tolerated Saint. And a lot of people have been tolerating Saint. I can still tolerate Saint. Like, I think I don't have much of an issue with Saint, regardless of all this. And the reason why is simple. You ready for this? He didn't do shit to me. I'm not finna get mad and hate someone over what he's doing to others, considering the nature of it all. Like, ultimately, it's a bunch of drama crap. But it is still toxic. I will still call it out, and I will still not stand by it, because the reality is, gotta respect people's boundaries, man. Just respect people's boundaries. You have to. And here's the thing. I think it's time I say, finally unveil something I have been alluding to for quite some time. It's time I unveil it. This is the sentiment that a lot of people got after hearing Saint's reaction to the podcast. I think it's right here. That's kind of what is going on over here. Here it is. Someone said, Smack got VXV and Pokey in the same call, but did not invite Saint. Lol. Just be professional, man. God damn. This is what I was looking for. Someone's salty they didn't get an invite to the podcast. Type 1, if this is how you felt like when Saint had the take about the podcast. Type 2, if you're like, no. They're reaching. Nah, who wants to be in that podcast? You sure? I think it was great. Okay, so we have a lot of people. All right, so we have jealous Saintontas. All right, so we have a lot of people saying, yeah, it's easy to see it that way, for sure. And when you add in, and I want you to add another factor to this. So like, we had him complain about people at the podcast and all, but also we have him going after people for taking in sponsorships about a video game, right? You know what that tells me? Here it is. Saintontas is a plain hating ass ninja. You play a hating, Smack over here doing his thing, getting his bag and everything. People are just over there doing their thing. You over here play a hating. And after that, Smack has responded. It's in a VOD. It's like hours long, but basically he did what Smack always does, because let's all face it. Smack is the undisputed champion when it comes to drama, right? A lot of people think I'm glazing Smack when it comes to that stuff, but I think it has been proven multiple times Smack can really hold his own and have never really lost to anybody when it comes to drama beef, right? And once again, he maintains his title. And I think even Smack said that Saint is going to do what we all know Saint is going to do. Chat, what do you think Saint is going to do in response to what Smack did? Oh, type 1, if you think he's going to retract some of the things he said, reconsider the behavior and the mannerism he's been conducting himself, or is he gonna farm the fuck out of it, is the 2. So type 2 if you think he's gonna farm, type 1 if you think he's gonna retract. That's a lot of 2s. That's a lot of 2s. Oh, I never even seen my chat move this fast. I even never seen my chat move this goddamn fast. Yep. Saint is going to do what Saint always does. This is something I've said since the dawn of this entire situation. Saint is going to do what Saint does. He's fitting to farm the fuck out of it. And the sad part is, Saint has been put between a rock and a hard place, just like he himself puts people in between a rock and a hard place, where Saint now has to choose between views, personal metrics, or professional relationships. He chose the former. He chose a personal benefit, views, all that. And I think Smack exposed something very important, which is the reason why Saint tries so hard and does what he does to this degree and this aggressively is because he can no longer get sponsors, because he's as controversial as Tectone was in the past. And I don't even think Tectone was this controversial up until recently. For years, Tectone has farmed the fuck out of sponsors. Saint basically had like there was like Girls Frontline and this weird ass Facebook game or some shit. Just gotta fold here and rebuild. The friendship can't be challenged any longer in the space. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult. This is what I'm trying to explain here. It's because he's between self-profit or professional relationships. And here's the thing: as long as there's profit to yourself, especially now in a world that really encourages people to just you be selfish, never care. Everybody's trying to get you. Everybody's this because you got hurt or once or 3 times in your life because of bad apples. You start to see enemies everywhere around you. You just care about only yourself. You don't care about about having a good rapport and relationships with everybody because no one does favors to people as much as they used to be. So like, what's the point? There's not much profit. There's not much incentive for me to have a good relationship with people because people no longer care about what's in here anymore. They don't care about the humane side, the social side of, we're just human beings. We just like to hang out and shit. Like just earlier in this VOD, one of my roommates just asked me for a beer and like a glass of wine. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink. I don't give a shit about alcohol and shit. I still said yes because he was being kind to me. He was being social to me. And I appreciated that. Just hung out with the boys for like, 3-5 minutes, like just real quick, drank a little bit something. We talked about jobs and stuff like that. He said like, maybe he could help me out with a job because like, I think he's getting tired of his own job. He said like, can you help me out? I was like, sure, great. We're like becoming friendlier as people that live under the same roof, / we're kind of helping each other out as immigrants in a continent, right? So this is very important rapport that matters a lot. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is Saint is put between a hard place, between a rock and a hard place where now he chose himself. He has a community that supports him. He's doing fine. Solo queue on his own. But he does leave a lot on the table for burning bridges because with those bridges, he could propulse his career even higher. And here's the sad part. It is with a sad heart of gold that I report this. He is literally having the exact same thing happen to him as he does to people. Because like I said, he has since evolved from going after people's takes about a video game that sells anime girls to going after people's characters. He does like both of them as soon as someone says something controversial about a video game, which can be scoffed at as like shit talking online, like just as an added bonus as he goes about critiquing the take. But that has since evolved to going after people and putting people into question, even though like they didn't do anything at all, just because I can pull them into a drama so that I can capitalize on them being dragged here for views and relevancy and all that, which is sad because like, for example, let's put we are Smack. You just put Smack between a rock and a hard place himself, because if he doesn't respond, you keep smearing his name. And now the hard place is he has to respond because or else you're never going to stop. And I don't want to do this. And here's the sad part, chat. I feel like this is something very important we forgot to mention. You and Smack, Saint and Smack already talked and said, we're going to stay out of each other's business. They talked about that. It was around, the first round when all this was imploding. Am I tripping? So like they already talked about this. Saint 2 months ago. Yeah, it was 2 months ago. Saint couldn't even hold true to his word. You know what that means? Saint has become the very thing he dreaded. Again, not only did you become a drama goblin, you became a two-faced bitch. Saint became a two-faced bitch. Wait, is this V? What? Did I wear a tank top and changed faces? This doesn't sound like V. The reason why I'm more critical about Saint is, like I said at the start, I have not realized we have evolved since then. If someone says some shit and you want to farm it, that's the nature of the internet. I cannot criticize what everybody, because if you're going to criticize Saint, you have to criticize everybody. Everybody farms the fuck out of everybody online. That's just the nature of the environment we are in. And to add to that, when people go a little toxic, they say a bunch of shit that is completely unnecessary, they're childish, they're immature in their mannerism, that still falls under what we expect in this environment. However, people just minding their own business and you go at them, even though they're telling you, I do not want to be involved in this in any shape or form, and they're taking steps by unmodding people that have stuck with them for years to stay your hand, to make sure everything remains just chill so that please just don't. And we still had an agreement, despite you guys having an agreement where you both said, you know what, we're just chilling. We're not gonna step on each other's toes and everything. You couldn't do that also. The level of disrespect is just something I cannot just stand by. I may appreciate Saint, I may like Saint, but this type of behavior is unacceptable. To quote one of my favorite people, Joey Swole, you need to do better. Mind your own business. Because Smack's minding his own business. Mind your own business. Respect boundaries. Boundaries are very important. That's what makes us respectful towards one another. That's what makes us a functional society. If we don't respect boundaries, what's next? What the fuck is next? We're gonna go into each other's houses? Like, damn. To be honest, I'm usually on Saint's side, but I'll agree that he should have just talked, he should have just said he talked too fast without knowing Gacha Smack didn't bitch about rerun banner and just a little apology. I don't think it matters. That doesn't necessarily matter because Saint's initial behavior is the problem. Lying about some dumb shit that people may misremember and shit, it doesn't necessarily matter because the core point is you are actively trying over multiple occasions to drag someone into shit that wants no business in doing that. You had an agreement on that and you literally broke it the first chance you got because views are low, metrics are low. You're not getting the high, the dopamine, the numbers aren't going up. That shit ain't green enough. I'm used to see that shit green. I think this is maybe the first dry season for Saints, and it could have gotten him crazy. That's just my game theory. You're gonna play a hate on people too? We should be happy for each other. Go to Saintontas' chat, to his VODs right now, to the VOD where he did the sponsor for the animal farm crap. You will see my ass chatting. You know why I was chatting over some game I don't give a fuck about? Because I'm supporting Saint, because I'm happy for him getting a bag. We have to be happy for each other. We have to support each other. We are literally in Loserville. We play video games that sell anime girls, for fuck's sake. Try explaining that to the normies. We look out for each other. We care for each other. A community type of sense. Fuck. Like, goddamn, bro. We Loserville and we acting like losers in Loserville. Imagine being the loser of Loserville. Man, you got me fucked up out here. I'm shouting. Chill, bro. I know. You got me fucked up. Like, shit. Man, that pissed me off, man. Aren't streamers just coworkers, not friends? It doesn't have to be the case, Slow Chem. If he wanted green, he should have worked on having a good reputation to get sponsors. Bro works for a talent agency and can't get good sponsors, saying Cap ruined her career. And then she pulls up with a Minecraft and Fortnite sponsorship. Here's the thing. I think Smack hit the nail on the head on this one. It's not all about views. I get approached by sponsors and stuff like that, and that's where the real money is. My editors will tell you. I double their pay when we get a sponsor. I just give them all the money too. I just be like, all right, here you go. Here you go. This is all yours. That's where the real success is how marketable you are. That's where the real money is. If you care about just the money. Views aren't everything. Here's how you know views aren't everything. TikTokers have millions of followers and millions of views, yet they don't get sponsored at all. The reason why they're not getting sponsored is because it's a short form content thing. It's very hard to sponsor. Usually you just have those gambling apps, like they show them for like 2 seconds, like they show them like gambling, throwing like a gamba, and they continue the video. It shows there's not much money there. A lot of TikTokers garner all that audience and everything, but they cannot capitalize on it because you're not marketable. And this is the problem. So Smack said, like, to be really successful as a CC, you have to be marketable when it comes to the sponsors, have the viewership, create value so that your viewers keep coming back to you. That's how to be a successful CC. It's not all about what people perceive. But here's the thing, a lot of people don't know that. Even my ass didn't necessarily know that. I was beginning to learn it through experience. Smack just exposed it to me, which is great. Shouts out to Smack. The way I see it, Saint should step back and do a bit of self-reflection. I don't hate him. I think he's funny, but his content has evolved more and more towards drama, and it's like a departure from the reason why I started to follow his vision stream. Me too, man. Me too. Personally, I was there for the wuwa guys and stuff. I wish everyone in the gacha space could admit they were wrong and move on from there. We're moving away from drama. Drama is fine. It's like what I said earlier in the poll. Drama is fine. It just cannot be the thing you push for when the numbers are down and creating it off nothing via people that want no business with that. That's the big problem. That is not fine. Like, drama as a concept is okay. You cannot do drama at the cost of others that want no part in it whatsoever, dragging them against their will, crossing their boundaries for that shit. I'm a small channel, but I get more sponsor offers than Saints, but I honestly, CBA, I'm too lazy. Here's the thing, Pixel. I think you're doing fine. Like, sponsors matter a lot when you really need it. But like, if you don't, you don't. I have a sponsor to do too, like, and I still have to get to it. I have to record it and everything. It's fun. Like, it takes time, man. It takes time. Like, right now, I'm still just trying to really come back stronger as a CC. I think that matters a lot because I really care about you guys. I want to give you guys more value. It's very important to me. It breaks my heart to see what's going on, man. It does. Yo, chat. Here's the thing. And be honest. Type 1, if you would have preferred Saint would just mind his manners and go back to being like the Saint we once knew and loved. Type 2, if you're like, man, fuck him. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Fuck him. Die. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yo, Saint. We just want our boy back. We just want you back, man. We do. We don't hate you, but we obviously don't appreciate what the fuck you're doing currently, man. Just back it up and yeah, you'll be just fine, man. I think you are not like irredeemable and stuff. I understand the situation, the position you're in, I suggest you do a little bit of steps towards the right direction. You don't have to do it in one go. Slowly work on redeeming yourself when it comes to others. You don't necessarily need it if you are content with the formula you have currently going on. But please understand that it comes at the cost of, well, you. Because even my ass and a lot of people barely recognize you anymore. Like you transforming and becoming something we don't really like. And I'm afraid one day even you might look back at this and go, man, I may have been down bad, but I didn't necessarily need to be this immature in my behavior when it comes to this stuff. Because you don't need this. I think you are successful and you will be successful and you will get a lot of success. Just you have to choose on how to go about it. And yes, the path to success that is clean is hard and slow, especially it's very slow, but you can do it. You can do it. So yeah, that's me. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be easy again.